Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Daisy Ridley, essentially telling us that there was no plan for the sequel trilogy, as if we needed a reminder. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Welcome to Star Wars Coffee, the only place on the internet that you need to stay up to date with all things Star Wars. We're talking the latest Star Wars news, leaks, and of course, as always, giving you my analysis. Channel memberships are now live, and for $1.99 a month, you can get exclusive videos from me weekly as we rewatch the entire Star Wars series together. Rey seemingly was abandoned by her parents on Jakku. Rey grew up a scavenger amid the wreckage of war. Her life changed when she agreed to help a droid on an urgent mission for the Resistance. Rey discovered she was powerful in the Force, and sought out the vanished Jedi Master Luke Skywalker to train her. That ended in disappointment, as did her attempt to bring Kylo Ren back to the light. But the resilient Rey continued her training and learned the truth about her parentage and her mysterious connection to Kylo. She then faced her greatest test, a confrontation with fear and evil that would determine the galaxy's fate. Also determined where Rey ended up in all of this was in the third act of the film. So essentially, Daisy Ridley has been doing press for non-Star Wars related things, but once you're a Star Wars actor, you will forever be asked at least one Star Wars question per interview. Just ask Ewan McGregor or Hayden Christensen. So apparently Sarah Wilson got to interview Daisy Ridley, and she told Daisy the quote, "I told Daisy Ridley how much I loved Rey Nobody, how Rey was just powerful on her own and was sad when they made her a Palpatine." Daisy said she also loved that Rey came from nowhere in the first two films. Sarah Wilson then said, "I literally was told that she was no one, so yeah, I understand that. I do understand that." So that's Sarah telling us the direct quote from Daisy, saying again, "I literally was told that she was no one. I literally was told that she was no one." Sarah then apologized for bringing up Star Wars again, and Daisy smiled and said, "It's all good." See, that's one of the things I like about Daisy is she, unlike Oscar Isaac, who seems to be completely annoyed with Star Wars, and literally said, yeah, he would come back and play Poe again if he needed another house. That is just disrespectful to your fans. I don't care what you think about that. That's just, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that, especially with a franchise like Star Wars where it's literally the most important franchise to a lot of people, and with the fact that how much we care about it, like diehards like myself and probably like most of you watching care about this. You don't just go ahead and say, yeah, I think I'll go back to that again if I want another house. Because most of these people pine to get a Star Wars role, and then once they get it, they realize that they didn't really want it. Which is fine if you don't want to be known for Star Wars your whole life, but Mark Hamill is the example of who you should be like if you're like that. You should be happy that you're gonna be remembered, period. And that's what Mark has said in several interviews. Anyway, off of the tangent, Sarah then said, just in case people aren't putting the tweets together, she said for the first two movies, she was told that Rey was no one. Which means there was no overall outline for the sequel trilogy, which we knew because Ian McDiarmid has told us that in several of his Rise of Skywalker interviews that JJ just called him up and said, yeah, we think we're going to think about bringing Palpatine back. And then Mark Hamill during The Last Jedi presser, in I believe a Japanese interview, I have it on the channel somewhere, that he said, you know, this is like a baton race where one director hands it off to the next and there's no really a plan. You should have had a plan. Like, seriously, you should have had a plan. If Rey was no one, fine. But Rey being set up to be a Skywalker for the first two films and then end up being a Palpatine, kind of a cop-out. However, it was a good way to bring back the ultimate villain. But I just wanted to kind of break that down, that Daisy literally was told Rey was no one. Which means JJ initially thought that she would be no one. Because he was the first one to do this, he was the first one to do the script, he was the first one to make the movie, and he probably told Ryan, yeah, Rey's nobody. Which is probably why we got Rey's vision in The Last Jedi as Rey just seeing herself in the reflection on Ahch-To. And then Kylo with Palpatine being back was like, yeah, I think we could make Rey a Palpatine. That'll work. As opposed to making Rey a Skywalker, which somehow would have been cool. Anyway, that is kind of ridiculous. I cannot believe, like, Filoni and Favreau have so much planning in all of their, like, I guess we can call it the Mandoverse, even though it's really all one connected canon. But there is so much planning in that, and it seems like this was kind of just poorly executed in terms of an overarching story. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.